Hello everybody. Welcome to the part B of our discussion, which is the 10th unit of this wonderful course that we are doing together, module 2. And we have been discussing about investigating the truth. Before we go further, let us have a quick recap of what we discussed in the last session. We discussed that whether our success in life requires us to find truth. And when we talk of success in life, we are especially referring to fulfilling our twofold moral purpose. How is it connected to our effort to find the truth? Secondly, what truth should we search? We discussed that. And then, what means are available to us in our search for truth? These are some of the points that we discussed in the last session. Now let's reflect on a few questions before we proceed further to discuss today's topic. Humility and sincerity. These are two qualities that are necessary to find the truth. I'm sure you also accept it. But can they become polluted? Can our humility, our sincerity become polluted, lose their purity? The second question, how have scientific discoveries been made through dreams? You must have heard about it. How has it happened? And third question is, what visions are worth living? And how do we go about fulfilling those worthy visions? You know, our vision and our mission in life constitute very important aspects that really give direction to us, that give motivation to us, that put us on fire to live an active life and to search for truth and to live moral values. So, formulating our vision, our worthy vision, is a very, very important activity that we can do. And especially at young ages, as you are, in the prime of your youth, while you're still a student, you're still learning, that's the time that really a very lofty vision should, give you a direction, should give you inspiration to push forth in your life. Now, when we earnestly search for anything, we look for it everywhere. Even in physical things, you want to buy something from a mall, I'm sure you go up, down all the, floors to find out what you want. So we search wherever possible for that. Some of us even can't sit down, can't relax until we have found it. Now, this principle we must carry out in our search for truth. That level of passion and enthusiasm should be there. Truth reveals itself only to the humble and sincere seekers. Let's remember, a seeker who is ready to leave aside his likes and dislikes and unfounded ideas. One who is free from hypocrisy. One who is forgiving, who desires to serve others, has a clean body and mind, and has self-control. These are the requirements to be able to find truth. Now, a sincere and selfless search is therefore needed. Let's remember, our search should be sincere. Remember all the qualities and attitudes we discussed in the first module, moral capabilities, that are required for us to become sincere. That's apex, sincerity is an apex of a number of values and qualities. So, why a sincere and selfless search is needed to find the truth? Why is it necessary to be humble and sincere to find the truth? And what can pollute our humility and sincerity in our search for truth? These are the questions that I invite you to please discuss with your learning partner for 2 minutes, and then we'll continue. All right. Mrs. Saili, welcome to this session.
Yes.
Thank you.
So much, sir.
Mr. Rajan Sawant, welcome to this session. Nice to have you. Nice to have you both. Maybe I can put this question to you first.
Okay.
Mrs. What is your thought about this question?
Sure, sir. So here, interestingly, actually, we can take an example of the river.
Okay.
The river flows from top to bottom, and so the river of knowledge also. So
Okay.
it is a good example of humility. So the knowledge which starts from the top, it has to reach to the people who are there at the down. So a person with humility will seek the knowledge, and it should reach from top to bottom. So that's why it has been said that the seeker has to have humility.
So if you are humble, then it is likely that you receive the knowledge.
Absolutely.
The knowledge will flow to you
Exactly.
because you seek it from every other person, every other source.
Right, sir.
But
right.
if you are, suppose, proud of your own knowledge,
Right.
then no knowledge will flow to you because you are already on the top.
Top.
So no knowledge will flow to you.
And you will feel that you know everything. You will block your mind as it is. So that's the reason why it is so beautifully said that we have to take this image of the river in our mind. And humility should be the first and foremost quality that one should develop within himself so that he can receive knowledge.
Yes, in fact, I remember example of some wonderful teachers and learned men. Very strange that when you would talk to them, they listen to you with such an intensity,
Yes.
as if you feel that, oh, he's learning from me.
Right.
You know,
Very true.
I think
sir.
that is really the level of humility that
Right.
never, boasting their own knowledge, whereas they had, of course, so much knowledge, but still they humbly listened to what you say.
Right. So this learning attitude.
Learning attitude.
Learning,
Yes.
lifelong learning, what we
Lifelong
say
learning,
actually.
yes.
So that is the exact sign of humility. That as you have mentioned, that these great people, they actually show interest in whatever you are talking, you're showing in your actions as well.
Yeah, because
So-
they could be some truth about which you
Absolutely.
don't know anything.
Right.
So, yes, okay.
Yes, sir. And on the other hand, your question was what can pollute?
What can pollute our humility and sincerity?
Exactly,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
So on the other hand, again, we go back to this negative attitude that we have been discussing in module 1 and in module 2 also now, ego.
Ego, oh, okay.
Once again, we go back to ego because once we develop ego, we again shut our minds, we again shut our this capacity of learning something new, understanding something new, or also to accept that somebody else can also have certain degree of knowledge which we do not possess. So that can happen. Then again, likes and dislikes, your personal likes and dislikes also can pollute this knowledge seeking. Ideas that are unfounded. There is no baseless ideas completely. That can also add up to this self-righteousness. Again, one more. Goes along with ego. Then name and fame. As you start getting name, as you become famous because of whatever kind of knowledge that you have generated, the contributions that you have made, again you feel that you know everything. So again you stop those, your doors, the mind is blocked, the mind is
it's
closed.
blocked. Yes. Yes.
Then self-glorification, you start feeling that I am the best. Qualification also, gaining lots of degrees and getting lots of qualifications also can create this kind of pollution. And all of these aspects actually can pollute our sincerity and humility in our search for truth.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, when you said ego, I remember the story. May I share it?
Sure, sir.
Yes. It's in one of the old literature, which says that there was a teacher, Guruji, who was sitting in a room with some of his students, and they were having food together.
Okay.
And in between, the teacher of that teacher, the Guruji of the Guruji, he came,
Okay.
entered the room, and to everybody's surprise, he also, behind him, followed his dog
Okay.
to the room, dining room. So then he sat at the place to have food, and then his dog also sat beside him.
Okay.
And this was not acceptable to the students. They felt very bad that the Guruji has come in. Guruji has come in, and his dog has come in.
Right.
But he didn't care. They brought food for him. He ate food, and then he also gave little food to the dog to eat. And the dog ate, and he ate food and gave little food to the dog to eat. And anyway, the food was over, and between all these students were kind of restless that what is happening. We never expected from such a learned man to do this.
Right.
And when everything ended, the Guruji thanked them, and he got up. His dog also got up. He left, and his dog also followed him and left the room. And as he went, the students started asking their Guruji, what is this behavior? How can your Guruji come here at our dining place and bring his dog and eats along with the dog? It is not acceptable.
Okay.
Then the Guruji said, oh, you missed the point. What was the point? He said, tell me, first who came in? My Guruji came in or his dog came in? So no, of course he came in, the dog followed him. All right. First, who sat down to eat? The Guruji sat down to eat or the dog? No, he sat down, then the dog sat down. So, okay, who gave food to whom? Did the dog give food to the Guruji or the Guruji gave food to the... No, of course the Guruji gave food to the dog. And then who left first? Was it the Guruji? Of course the Guruji left first, the dog followed him. The Guruji said, this is what he wanted to tell us. That all of us have got our dogs inside.
Okay. All right.
We all have our dogs, and that is our ego. Now, if your dog follows you and you are the leader, it's all right, no problem. If you decide where to go and the dog follows you, okay, no issues, because your ego is under your control. If you eat and you give food to the dog, it's all right. But if the opposite happens, then you are in trouble.
Yes.
So what you said about our ego, it's absolutely really true. And we should know that we all have got that element of ego with us. And it is given to us, it is with us, for us to grow. For us to grow spiritually, for us to grow intellectually. It's a good thing, provided we control it.
Yeah.
The dog is in our control, not that the ego starts
controls.
controlling us.
Very true.
Thank you very much for your wholehearted attention. See you again. Thank you.
Thank you.